Hello, Who Beans of the Internet, and welcome to this Whothoughts episode 14. This week we'll be looking at the core question of the relationship between Doctor Who and Ireland, as if we should be getting a little bit more into Doctor Who lore here. So yeah, let's go with it. So, I'm an Irish Doctor Who fan. Been an Irish Doctor Who fan since 2005 when Christopher Eccleston's series premiered. And I remember this topic was brought up on Dub Zoo members' Whoology web show, which if you haven't checked it out already, you better do it now because he is brilliant. At that, even though we're just like next door to Britain, as it were, we're not really getting anything Doctor Who related. I mean, take for example the DVDs. You know, if you go into a HMV in England, you know, you'd have loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of Doctor Who DVDs. You know, you'd have your new series box sets, and then your original series box sets, and then the original series DVDs. But if you go into a HMV in here, well, the four that have been reopened, you've noticed that it's, you know, primarily just the new series stuff. Like they are to concentrate on the new series DVDs, but you would find like a few classic series DVDs depending on which HMV you go to, but still more new series than original series. And one of the things that Dub Zoo member said was that the original series DVDs were like really overpriced. Well, they're not that overpriced. I mean, you'd be able to find classic Doctor Who DVDs here for between €10 and €15. That's not overpriced. It's overpriced over in England, where I think when you increase the prices of the separate DVDs to £20.42p, that is overpriced. I mean, for example, just after Christmas, before HMV originally shut up shop, I bought the original DVD of Inferno. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Why did you buy the original DVD of Inferno when, you know, there was a special edition coming out? Because I saw it and I wanted it. Simple as. And I managed to pick that up for a tenner. That's good value for a 7-episode story on 2 discs with some rather nice little extra special features. It's not overpriced. Now, if they're new releases, granted, they might be a bit overpriced, but not when they've been around for like a couple of years. I mean, a good example of the Doctor DVDs being overpriced is I remember once I saw the Revisitations 1 box set. How much was that when that came out here? €80 for re-releases of 3 Doctor Who stories, well, technically 2 in a TV movie, with both the old and the new extras. I mean, I'd actually retail that more like 35, maybe even 40, but not €80. I don't know what they're coming to. And then of course we come into like the action figures. Like in England and Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland, they're pretty much in every single toy shop ever. Like all the big ones, like all the Hamleys and Toys R Us and stuff like that. But here, you can only really get them in 2 shops. You can only really get them in Argos or in Forbidden Planet in Dublin City. Which is weird. I mean, I remember you used to get Doctor Who stuff in Smith's, which is sort of like the Irish version of Toys R Us. They stocked the Doctor Who toys until 2007, I think. And then all of a sudden they were pulled from the shelves. I mean, it's not like as if Doctor Who had that less of an impact. I mean, it's popular, you know, but it's not popular enough here to the extent that it is in England. And speaking of all the merchandise, the books. I mean, you could get them like in maybe every single WH Smith in England, where here you can only really get them in like one Eason's, like one big Eason's in Dublin City, or online, depending on what they've got in stock. But normally it's just the audiobooks or the Target reprints. Like, we need more Doctor Who merchandise. Like, we're not that far. We're not America. We're just next door, you know? We're just a quick plane across, or a quick hop on the ferry across from yous. It's only just like one little sea splitting us. But here's another thing that really annoys me. We've never actually had Doctor Who filmed here. I mean, well, before we get into that, I mean, and then of course you had being aired on Irish TV, like very little. I mean, of course for some boring television reasons, you know, you get the overspill of the English channels from the receivers up in Belfast, and to some extent Cardiff as well, so you get your BBC One, your BBC Two, your ITV and your Channel 4 and all that rubbish. But only one Irish station aired Doctor Who, and that was TV3. I know on the Wikipedia said it was TSTR, but it was actually TV3. Like, I think they started airing Doctor Who in 2007. They started at the beginning with Christopher Eccleston's series, and I think it aired the same week that series 3 premiered. I could be wrong, or it could be the week after. But basically TV3 was 2 whole years behind England. I mean, they aired, I think, the first 11 episodes up to Boomtown, and then it got pulled from the schedules. I mean, what's the whole point of airing it if you're just going to pull it anyway? I mean, I know we get all the DVDs, the BBC, but really it should have more of an impact here. Like, I mean, Sherlock was aired on RTE. I mean, why couldn't they just air Doctor Who as well? I mean, they could even air the classic stuff, even though we get the DVDs. And then that briefly on what I was going to say, filming in Ireland. I mean, Doctor Who has filmed all over the world. You know, they filmed in Croatia, they filmed in Spain, they filmed in Paris, they filmed in Lanzarote, they filmed in, I think, either Amsterdam, either Holland or Belgium, I can't remember. They filmed in Dubai, remember that? They filmed in Dubai, they filmed in Rome, and they filmed in the States, and they filmed in Canada. But they never filmed here. Like, what's your problem, Stephen Moffat? It's just, I mean, I want an episode filmed and set in Ireland. I mean, we've had, like, audio adventures set here, but we've never actually had a proper TV episode filmed here. So come on, Stephen Moffat, I want an Irish set and Irish filmed episode in here in Ireland for Series 8. I mean, it would be awesome. I mean, think about it, like, all the big stuff, all the big shows the past decade or so is filmed here, you know? I mean, Ripper Street filmed here, The Tudors filmed here. Oh, what else filmed here? Father Ted filmed here. Oh, come on. Strumpet City filmed here, even though it was already an Irish production anyway, but Game of Thrones filmed here. Okay, technically it's filmed in Belfast, but for all intents and purposes, it was filmed here. Even Primeval filmed here, and that's sort of Doctor Who's rival. I mean, they basically, when ITV brought back Primeval for Series 4 and 5, they announced they were going to be filming the entire series in Ireland. I mean, and Doctor Who's yet to follow other examples of filming here. I mean, if we're good enough for Primeval, we're good enough for Doctor Who. I mean, and would Doctor Who actually be broadcast here on an Irish TV station? I actually would air Doctor Who on an Irish TV station. I mean, if I had my own TV station, I'd air Doctor Who on a Saturday evening at 5:30. And then you can switch over to BBC One and watch the new stuff. I mean, it's all about getting people interested in Doctor Who, and that's what TV3 were trying to do. I mean, TV3 aired Doctor Who, especially for the areas that I don't think really could pick up BBC One very well. I mean, even my house, my previous house, we had, I was able to pick up BBC One no problem, through cable or the Skybox. But my last house, I couldn't pick up BBC One. With BBC One reception, it was all fuzzy picture. We just about received it, but sometimes the quality was just picture quality was so bad. I mean, I remember when The Lodger aired, and the TV just went all zzz on me. I was barely able to watch it. I mean, at that point, I was really gonna wait for the box set. I mean, it's just so. We need to get Doctor Who into the public consciousness here, because, like I said, it's nowhere as near the levels it is in Britain, and to some extent, America. I mean, you've cracked America. Basically, you've cracked everywhere, really, except here. So come on, BBC. Have Doctor Who filmed in Ireland, have Doctor Who set in Ireland, and try to get Doctor Who back on an Irish television channel. I don't care if it's RTE. I don't care if you even have to sell it to TG Carr and have them dub it in Irish. Just get it, Doctor Who, more well known in Ireland. And that's really all I have to say on the matter. Oh, before I go, just some quick news. I was reading the BBC released a sort of thing, what they're going to be doing, all that during the 50th anniversary thing. Some of the things we're getting a lecture from Professor Brian Cox. That I'd actually like to watch that. It's actually interesting. The 50th anniversary itself, which, as you know by now, it's called Day of the Doctor, and it's 75 minutes long. And before you all start, no, we weren't promised a 90-minute special. Although personally, I would have done a little bit more running time, maybe just 5 minutes, just by 5 minutes, rather than increasing it by 15. Okay, so maybe 80 minutes. I would have preferred an 80-minute special, but a 75-minute special. Would you prefer it if we just call it an hour-long special? Yeah, I didn't think you would. And then, of course, we have the Culture Show special about Doctor Who, and what's else? BBC 4 are airing a never-before broadcast restored version of An Unearthly Child. It's probably just going to be the DVD restoration anyway, but pretty cool. I wish I had BBC 4. I'd actually want to watch that now. Just experience it being aired on TV. And the big thing that I'm looking forward to, An Adventure in Space and Time! Yay! Oh, I've actually been looking forward to that more than the 50th anniversary special for some reason. It's just, I mean, basically, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a genesis of Doctor Who, Doctor Drama that Mark Gatiss wrote. It's sort of along the lines of, what was that one? The Road to Coronation Street. Basically, it's basically the same as Road to Coronation Street. If you don't know what that is, it's basically something that BBC 4 done to celebrate 50 years of Coronation Street, even though Coronation Street's an ITV programme. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. Yeah, September now, so it's a cold season. The cold season, cough and cold season, is about to kick in again. So, and also, an Auton mask was sold at an auction on eBay for £5,000. And those of you remember actually made a comment that on this review of TV movie. Nobody paid £5,000 for a prop from 1971. I would. And then, of course, just a few weeks ago, we're getting the complete series 127 on Blu-ray, both here and in the States. So basically, we get the first 4 series in HD for the first time. Yay! I'm not going to buy it, actually. I'll probably wait. I think they are planning on releasing series 1 to 4 separately in the future. So I'll probably wait till then and then pick them up because, my Series 1 vanilla release are all scratched, and I'm never being able to complete Series 2, 3, and 4. With some new special features. I think the American version is getting the universal remote access screwdriver and some American cards. Again, the BBC giving the Americans all the good bits, and we're just left with the box sets. Well, there again, we are getting some new special features as well, so it's alright, I suppose. Anyway, so that is it for Whothoughts. Next week, we're going to get back into the 11 Faces of Doctor Who reviews with the Pyramids of Mars review. Yay! Love this story. Just love it. And I'll be telling my thoughts on Pyramids of Mars next time. So until then, see you later.